Hey, I'm Cordell, aka Hot Cocoa, and today I'm going to show you how I set up my live drumming drum rack, where I put my instruments and how I play it out with both my fingers and my drumsticks. Let's get into it. Okay, so not every single set of drums that I make is exactly the same, but I do have a general pattern that I think could really help you out in figuring out how to organize all of your pads. I'll start with this layer right here. Really, this is like my cymbal layer, and I put the main hi-hat in the center right here. I really like to layer a lot of the stuff that I do, so you can hear on top of a hi-hat sound, there's also a little vocal chop that's cycling through a bunch of different sounds. Check out some of my other tutorials to learn how to make layered racks and things like that. But for now, just focus on this fact that it's a hi-hat right here. Next to it is an open hi-hat, which you can hear is also layered with a kick and a sub bass, but really it functions as an open hi-hat. So any open and closed hi-hat patterns are going to happen right here. And then to the left, I have a crash cymbal. It's usually some kind of like impact right there. Going from there is the layer right above it. So on the right, I usually have my main kick. And as you can tell right now, this main kick has a bass that's layered on top of it as well. And then over to the left, I have my snare. Right, and in the middle here, right now it's like a zappy sound, but I usually treat that as what's known as a ghost snare for like inner notes or lower notes. So on a regular snare, you have your hard hit, and then you have your softer hits. That's what this middle pad is for. And so these 6 are the bulk of a main groove. So you can see like a really basic groove might look something like this. If we add in like a little open hat as well with our ghost snare. Right? A really classic drum and bass pattern involves this kind of ghost snare as well. It's usually a little bit faster than that. Yeah, and so from there, the pads that are above it and below it are used as like auxiliary type stuff. So for example, these bottom two, I like to put chopped up breaks. I also have another tutorial on how to add slices of stuff and move through them that you can check out on the rest of the page, but check these out. Every time I hit it, it's slightly different, but this is just used for extra fills. On the top, I like to add crazy bass fills as well for like the ends of phrases and things like that. So check this out. And I don't have to hold it either. I can just tap it. Same with this one up here. So these two and these two are usually used for fills. And then up here, since my snare is right here, right above it, I usually have like a bigger impact snare. You can see right here, it's called snare fill. And in this case, it also has like a bass noise on it. I also make sure that all of these cut each other. There's another tutorial I have that shows how to make sure that nothing is playing over it when you don't want it to. So for example, when this bass sound is playing, as soon as I hit the kick, it'll cut it out. Same with this. So they don't like overlap and get really messy. And then finally, for the auxiliary part of the kick, or the auxiliary part of the kit, right here, I've got what I usually have as a riser. So it's just a crash sound at first that lets me know I hit it. But then as you can see, there's a riser sample inside. So I can use that for some kind of crazy section transition. And so I'm right-handed, so that might be part of why I've got the kick on the right side. But yeah, really it's just kind of a back and forth. Sometimes my left hand will also hit the kick over here. Same with the snare. It just kind of depends on what the pattern is. And like I said, sometimes I'll change these around and add some variations, but generally speaking, this is how I set my stuff up. And it works with finger drumming, but it also works with drumstick drumming as well. So I have the exact same setup here with my Yamaha DTX. I've also got a video on how to set this up, but it's literally the exact same setup as I had on the push. I'm just going to be using drumsticks. That's a kick, that's a snare, hi-hat, open hi-hat, crash. Same jam. Like I said, you can still kind of move things over, so I can hit the kick with my left hand still, I can hit the snare with my right hand still. Boom, that's how I set up my kits. If you like that, don't forget to like it and subscribe, everything that I got here. And if you want to check out some of these sounds, go to my Bandcamp in the link below. Hit me up on Instagram, Hot Cocoa Music, TikTok, all that fun jazz. Remember to keep on hitting stuff with sticks. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.